What's up, my darlings? Chatting about the new moon in Aries coming up. Oh my God. So, welcome if I've not met you. I'm Sarah, your alien friend. I just tried to record this video a few moments ago, and I had to sit and channel, and my guides did this like really incredible healing, and it was like just so, it wasn't like a new guide. I'd channeled them before, but it was like, it's very, I don't know, it's very odd sometimes because time and space don't exist, as we know. So when it's time to have, it's kind of like guides calling on the telephone, be like, it's time, Sarah. You're clear enough. You're open to receive this message and take this healing. So it's really interesting. So how are you doing? What's new for you? Today we're talking about the new moon that's coming up next week on the 19th or 20th, depending on where you live in the world. And it's going to be happening in Aries at 29 degrees. So I'll give you the few things to jot down now, and then we'll just jump into a little bit about what this energy means. And also, like, if the woo isn't for you, that's completely okay. If the astrology isn't for you, that is completely okie dokie. But if you're here with me and your gut is telling you to listen to this video, it's because, yes, whether you have access to this information or not, this is spark plug, fire, initiatory energy. So it's an eclipse, so it's perfect time to manifest. But if you don't have this language, there's going to be fire words no matter what. So stay high vibe no matter what. There will be a lot of distractions happening out there. So let's unpack this. For Gloucester, Massachusetts, this is happening literally at 12:12 a.m. on the 20th of April, 2023. That's Eastern Standard Time. And for the Gold Coast in Australia, this is happening also on the 20th of April at 14:12 in the afternoon. And this is happening at 29 degrees of Aries. This is an eclipse. This is And I have to always say that astrology is a component to my practice and my healings and my sessions, but it is not the only thing. So I am giving very general information about the astrology, but this is also an eclipse. There are so many more astrologers that have defined every little bit of the specificities of it. So this is not my full language. So if you're interested in information on the eclipse, if you're interested in information about, why this is happening, then I can reference Pam Gregory. She's an incredible astrologer, and she's someone that I follow and listen to. Her videos are just like out of this world specific with all the information and the history and the patterns and all that great stuff. But for us here, we are leaders and we are entrepreneurs of the new world. Like, we are helping to spearhead into the new world in a way that we want to be helpful as much as possible for as many people as we can. That's our mission over here. But at the same time, this is also affecting us as the light workers, as the creator beings. So this is why I, pre-record these videos and put them out ahead of time. I won't be on social media on this day. I'm gonna be in my happy little mindfulness bubble on this day. I walk over the fire coals, and I will do my very best to stay in my lane, focused on my highest and greatest timeline, my highest and greatest good, because that's what I can do as a light worker and as a healer. That's how I can help, is know that everything's happening around us, but stay focused on the bigger goal. That's, I know, my charge and a lot of your charges, but we will, how do I say, as things crumble around us, you, my friend, will probably be asked immediately to hold space for the people around you. So if you're here with me, I don't care how old you physically are, I don't care what you look like, I don't care what your belief system is, your foundational values must include kindness and some version of leadership. Like, I'm a waiter in the 3D world, but I'm a leader through and through. So with this information, even I am a spark plug right now. I'm an Aries sun. I'm as activated as can fucking be. This is conjunct Jupiter. I have a Sun-Jupiter conjunction natally, so I'm as activated within this space as I can possibly fucking be. It's funny at work, at the restaurant. Other fire signs are also activated right now, so it's kind of like when things happen, we have to be like, pardon me, I'm just gonna run to the loo and powder my nose so I don't set your face on fire. No, it's really just me that misinterpreted what you said. Like, you just accidentally interrupted me, like, in the middle of a story before I could tell my this is really a me problem. But, oh, the lighter in my pocket? No, disregard that. I'm just taking myself out of the situation. It'll take me 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds. We're Aries, we're baby and daddy at the same time. So it's like we literally need 30 seconds. What? I wasn't crying, absolutely, fuck off. I wasn't crying. So that's how that's going back in the 3D world. So I know that about myself. I know that I'm activated. So I know I have to bite my tongue until it bleeds. I know that I have to, because I have access to this knowledge. This is happening to everybody. Not everybody has access to this knowledge. So if you don't have access to this knowledge, like, what did I say? Little to no self-control. Little to no self-control. So with little to no self-control on a day where all we should be focused on what we do want to create, because this is an eclipse, so it's like we can hop timelines instantly, have the highest and greatest good instantly. But if we don't control our thoughts, words, and actions, we have the lowest and worst timeline instantly. There's an equal opposite reaction to everything. So stay in your motherfucking lane, stay in your motherfucking high vibe in a way that, like, even if you don't understand the severity of what I'm saying, kind of pretend everyone around you is a Peanuts parent. And I aged myself on that one. So the cartoon Peanuts show, whenever the kiddos talked to a parent, all they could hear is whoop, 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 whoop. So no matter who it is, I don't care. Could be your own parents, I don't care. And if they're talking to you about something that they saw on the telly, I just want whoop, 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 and just look at the bridge of their nose and just be like, what am I gonna have for lunch today? Like, again, I'll go back to the restaurant. Think of, you're going into a busy Saturday night and you just had the most ridiculous, awful thing happen right before you walked in. You gotta leave that shit at the fucking door. Nobody at your bar gives a fuck that you're going through anything. None of your tables give a shit about what's happening. You're there for them. You're there to serve them. So you just have to suck it up and put your happy face on and be a grown-up and go do your job. So your only job, my darlings, this day is to stay in your vibe and stay in your lane and stay in your bubble. Stay in your vibe. That's it. That's your only homework. Yeah. Like, this is the beginning, initiatory, the very beginning of our whole year. You know, we start at the spring equinox, and then it goes all the way around the year. So this is still the very beginning. The seeds that we're planting right now, as we talked about, like, starting in January, are redwoods. So not that there's, like, no coming back from certain decisions, but there's no coming back from certain decisions. Pangea has split, and it's the type of thing that there's, like, in certain scenarios you can kind of hop over the divide and kind of just be like, oh, no, but this is okay. Honestly, soon we're not going to be able to hop. We're not going to be able to make that jump anymore. We're not going to be able to reach a ladder over. Accept that. Know that. And that's okie dokie. It's okie dokie. I promise you, everything that's happening right now is divinely scripted. You know, I did a session just the other day with someone that went through a really absurd breakup. Absurd, like, lifetimes over breakup. And when we were doing the chart reading for that day, and I had, you know, their natal planets down and then overlaid the transiting planets over that. And I said, what's really fascinating is that the day you were born, we knew that this was going to be the planetary alignment. The day you were born, it was scripted, like, and that's just the astrology. And I love that that's a very accessible way for me to show the world, like, it's literally just math, history, and patterns when it comes to astrology. If you don't want to accept any of the woo-woo moving forward, that's fine. But the reading that I did that day, we could have pulled up the day that person was born and know that the transiting planets would be overlaying their natal planets that exact same position. So, you know, when you see astrologers that do like the readings for like Grace Kelly, or you know, for people that were the Cinderella tales, if you will. It's literally built in. It's literally built in. It's kind of like we all have free will, but you can't run from your fate. But if you want to hop a timeline right now, you can. You can. I'll give an example. There can be a timeline that we'll use the Cinderella, for example. So in the Cinderella tale, there can be a micro Cinderella of your life where, you know, you stay a big fish in a small pond, and, you know, you meet and marry the guy that's the big fish in the small pond, and you have a very big fish in a small pond Cinderella tale. Or you accept your full light and do the full thing, and you meet an actual, like, galactic prince, and you do the full Grace Kelly thing. So see how it's the same? See how it's the same? So that's the timeline jump. You can stay small and still live out your fate. But if you're meant for bigness, if you're here with me, you're meant for something global, and you're meant for something galactic. What did I write down? Yeah. It was what a difference each month makes. January was winter, so we'll say depression. February was March we went bigger, and April we're going galactic. April we're going galactic. So, and galactic is up, down, side, side, either way. It's multidimensional. So, and everything is happening all at the same time. Again, I feel like I'm just going in circles here. But if you don't believe in magic, I am not for you. Literally. Like, if you don't believe in magic, or the impossible can happen every day, then I don't know why you're here with me. You do. If you're here with me, you believe in magic. Because if you don't believe in magic, I'm not for you. If you think that this world is it, then there's nothing I can say. It is what it is. We all get free will. We all get to choose. Even I am a spark plug right now. If you trust me at all, stay fucking calm. There will be fire words out there. And the only reason that I say that, or for everything that I'm saying, but the spark pluggy type of words, so we have Uranus. Granted, this is in the sign of Taurus, but Uranus, like the maverick, like the lightning bolt coming down and like freaking being crazy planet, is going to be conjunct with Mercury. Again, in the sign of Taurus. What degree is it going to be at? 17 and 15, so within 2 degrees. So this is kind of like when Taurus finally has something to say, it's going to be slow, it's going to be eloquent, but they're going to rip you the fuck down. They're going to rip you to shreds. Like, and Virgo will just be like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. And this is happening on the gender wheel in our house of values and money and access to resources. So like, there will be fireworks. Like, don't. The words in my head are irreparable damage. If you have nothing nice to say, do not say anything at all. Do not. Do not. Even in your mind's eye, the image that I got was like, bite your motherfucking tongue until you bleed. In your head, in your mind's eye, imagine yourself saying all the things, but even then, bubble it in like a Peanuts parrot's bubble, and like, don't create that reality. You don't have to create a negative reality. Just because all you've known is negative realities doesn't mean that you have to create that anymore. I want you to see it, experience it, let them flounder, do it, let them do whatever they want. That's fine. It is how you view it, how you experience it that matters. But yeah, this is intense stuff. This is intense stuff. And like, even as, this is how intense it is. This is how intense it is. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I know how powerful this stuff is. I had a whole healing. My guides came to me right before this. So we're going to be experiencing incredible intrusive thoughts. We're going to be experiencing like psychic attacks. It's kind of like, imagine like a galactic vibration of like your worst fears. Your worst fears are just being thrown onto the planet. So every person all of a sudden is like, worst fear, imposter syndrome, imposter syndrome. Even as I'm recording this video, I'm getting these like waves of like imposter syndrome visions. We're on to something very special right now, my friends. And the powers that be, whatever you believe, are fucking terrified, as they should be. I don't like to say should, but you should be scared. I would be. There are times, honestly, that like I will like look above the situation and view my avatar, Sarah. I'm like, wow, she's an intense motherfucker. I'd be scared too. There are times I'm scared. Sometimes I'm scared if I'm like, you gotta say something to this person. It's gonna be eloquent and beautiful because you've dramatized this so many times and you've taken out all the things, but it's just gonna be like intense for them. So it's okay. Yeah, little to no self-control. We've got little to no self-control with this energy. So what else did I want to mention? Chiron is in the mix. This is deeper, like old soul wounds. Yeah, if you're not here for the woo-woo, like you could say something and lose your job. Like that is how powerful, like that's literally what I'm saying. This is happening in your house of money. So this is like, I lose my head in a meeting and I say something too bad and then they fire you because you don't know that they don't need you. Yeah, North Node is finishing up the last few degrees of your house of money. Like, and this is the general, like, just the general wheel. So just every general vibe. This is what's going on. Yeah, Mars is in Cancer, so the way that we assert ourselves and communicate, like, could be very emotionally driven. But Venus is in Gemini, so like if you do need to set a boundary, I really feel as though, like, yeah, we'll be chatterboxes as you can see, but like, we live in a polarity-based reality. So this is either all the way on the positive spectrum or all the way on the negative spectrum. On the positive spectrum, the good words, the good thoughts, the good things, you can't have a bad day. The negative side of things, protect yourself completely. Like, if you do not feel as though you can keep your emotions or your mindset safe, protected at your job, look forward to this day. We know this day is coming. Even I do this. I say, no, Sarah, you could totally work on the full moon. And then on the days of the full moon, and I'm calling out, and I'm like, oh, why are you doing this? I'm so sorry. It's like, don't let them schedule you on the full moon then, child. Maybe. So set yourself up for success. Let's use our leadership tools. Set yourself up for success. Let your team know that you will not be available for them. Because if you know you're walking into a space where you don't feel in control with volatile energy around, you're going to have a bad time. Just say. You French fried when you should have pizza. So I think that's it. Yeah. If anyone has a question about any planet, please comment below. Let me know what you're going through. Let me know what you're experiencing. We're going to really get into it in the individual readings. And I'm really going to stay in my vibe for the readings and not focus on, the crumbling world. Like, we're in the mid to post-apocalyptic world. I mean, like, not everything doesn't crumble in the Atlantean or the Lemurian way again. We're obviously birthing, like, just like existing as human beings, we're upgrading as physical beings while the consciousness is still running the meat suit, if you will. Usually you have to die and regenerate, but like that's part of the human experience and experiment right now. So I'll let you do your own research on that. But just like, I'm getting lost in the sauce now, you guys. It's the Venus and Gemini. I'm just a fucking chatterbox, and with the Aries energy, I cannot control the words that are fucking coming, the swears that are coming out of my mouth. And all right, I think that's it for right now. I'll see you in the individuals. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is that I'm going to focus on initiatory, manifesting energy. But if there's something necessary in each reading that says like protect yourself in this way, I'll give some tools and tricks if they come up. But I'm really going to stay in my vibe, which is authentic, high, kind, leadership, new world. Like we're aliens over here. We're angels. We are, here to be helpful for the ones that want the help. Like if you get it, there's just like infinite information everywhere. Like this is like, but if you don't get it, or let me rephrase, if you're just waking up, it's so confusing. Just know that you're safe and stay in that. I am safe. It was Elizabeth April. What reality are we grounding in? Are we anchoring in? Even if it's not like, I want to have this specific job, I am financially free. I want to marry this specific person. All of my relationships are divine and respectful and love-filled. I am safe. I am home on this planet. Go above. And let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. You got this. Love you. Ciao.